Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can wear a Dutch braid. We're going to do like a front braid, side braid, back braid. I don't know. We're just going to kind of go with the flow. I do have my son right here. You can see him. Super cute. He just woke up from a nap. He's probably going to be ready to eat soon, so I'm going to try to hurry up and do this video, but let's go ahead and get into it.
Okay, so this is going to be the only hairstyle that I'm going to thoroughly explain how to do a Dutch braid, so pay attention. But I'm going to just do a little part here right past my ear and take it all the way down. And then I'm just going to clip the rest of the hair back out of my face. Alright, so what we're going to do is start near the top of our head, and we're going to divide our hair into 3 equal strands. So make sure there's 3 of them and make sure they're all equal in size. I'm going to take the front strand and I'm going to cross it underneath the middle strand. I'm going to take the back strand and cross it underneath the middle strand. I'm going to add in hair, a small section of hair, right into that front strand, cross them both underneath the middle section. Take the back strand, add in a small section of hair right next to it, take them both, cross them under the middle strand. Then you just keep repeating. So take your front strand, add in a small section of hair right beneath it into that strand, take them both and cross them underneath the middle strand. Take the back strand, add in a section of hair right next to it, take those pieces, combine them, and then place them underneath the middle strand. And we keep going. So take your front section, add in hair, take them both underneath the middle strand. And then you'll see our Dutch braid starting to form. So again, going with the back strand, add in hair into the back strand, take them both underneath the middle strand. I will say the first few stitches are a little tricky, but once you get past the first few, then you're good to go. Then it gets bigger and it gets easier. And you just keep repeating this all the way down. So we're just adding in hair to each section and crossing it underneath the middle section. Adding in hair to the front section, crossing them both underneath the middle section. Adding in hair to the back section, and then taking them both underneath the middle. One thing with Dutch braids is that I find it easier to gather, like when you're adding in hair, I think it's easier to add in the hair first and then cross them both underneath the middle section. I know some people will cross the front strand underneath the middle section and then take a piece with it, but I don't like doing it that way. I like doing it up front all at once and then taking them both and crossing them under the middle, if that makes any freaking sense. I hope it does. So just keep doing that. I'm going to do this Dutch braid all the way until I get to the top of my ear, and then that's when I'm going to stop it. So once you've Dutch braided all of your hair and you're to your ear, then you're just going to take the rest of the hair and do a normal 3-strand braid. We're just going to do a couple stitches down, and then we're going to take a bobby pin, and we're just going to take that and then pin it back. So I'm using my Metagrip bobby pins. Talk about these all the time. They're my favorite. They don't even compare to drugstore bobby pins. Compare the two, you will see. So before I bobby pin, I'm actually going to just take some texture spray. Not necessary, but it just adds some grip. And then I'm just going to stretch out or pancake my braid. So I'm just pinching and pulling on the braid to make it fluffier. You can see how my other hand is holding down one side. This is important because you don't want your braid to become very loose. So you want to make sure you're always holding down one side at the end, and just kind of pulling like I'm doing here, pinching and pulling. And you should start to see it fluff up a little bit. You can totally make it huge, or you can do it like I'm doing and just making it a little, I'm going to say this word again, a little fluffier. And then I'm just bobby pinning it back, so I used 2 bobby pins. Alright, look how good that looks. So then we're just going to take down our hair, and then it's going to cover that part that you see in the back. And it just looks so cute. I love this braid. I love that my bangs are out of my face. So if you find this still kind of confusing, like the Dutch braid part, you can actually slow down my videos. I can't show you how, but there's like a feature on the video where you can slow it down. So make sure you do that if you're still having trouble understanding how to do Dutch braids. Alright, so this is Dutch braid number 2. So we're doing the same Dutch braid the same way. So just taking 3 strands of hair, starting out with a regular stitch of braid, just crossing the outside strands under the middle, Then you're adding in hair to each outside strand, crossing it under the middle, adding hair into each outside strand, crossing it underneath the middle strand. And with this braid, you want to kind of, as you're doing each stitch, you want to angle it towards like the back of your head. So you want to make sure you're kind of angling the braid as you're braiding. So we are doing this so we can take our braid and put it into our messy bun. This hairstyle is so freaking cute. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm going to speed it up because I've already showed you guys how to do a Dutch braid and I don't want to bore you. I don't want you to click off my video, so I'm going to speed it up and then I'll show you what it looks like. And an important thing to note with this braid, you don't want to add too much hair to the back section because then it'll kind of bubble up and it looks funky. So I stopped adding in hair right like a little past my eyebrow, and then I just did like a normal 3-strand braid and then tied it off with a clear elastic. Alright, so then you just want to gather your Dutch braid into a ponytail to make your messy bun. And I did cut off my messy bun, I'm so sorry. Hopefully this makes sense when I explain it, but you just want to do a little bun and then take the rest of that hair and twist it around the bun, and then take that hair and place it into your hair tie. And then here I realized, I was like, oops, it was too zoomed in. So then I just go in and kind of play around with the bun, stretch it out, bobby pin it into place, and then I will show you what it looks like. And I do go in and I pancake the braid just a little bit, so just kind of fluff it out. And look how cute this looks. Are you kidding me? I haven't worn my hair like this in a long time, but I need to start because this is so cute. Alright, so braid number 3 is going to be a side Dutch braid. So this is another easy one, but this is probably one of my go-to just because it's so easy. So as always, you just start off the Dutch braid the same way. Dividing it into 3 strands, adding in hair to the outside strands, crossing them underneath the middle strands. Now with this braid, as you're taking your back section, you don't want to start gathering from like this other side of your head until you are probably near your ear, and then that's when you want to start taking hair from the other side of your head and kind of incorporating it into your braid. Because like I said, like I said earlier, you're gonna start getting like bubbles in your hair and it's gonna look silly and you're not gonna be able to bobby pin it and you're gonna have to start over, and we don't want that. So once you get past your ear like I am here, you can see I'm slowly starting to gather hair from the back side and then the other side. And I'll show you what it looks like once I'm done too. But yeah, just keep adding in hair all the way down to create this beautiful side. And once you don't have any hair left to Dutch braid, then you just do a regular 3-strand braid and then take it into a clear elastic. Alright, so my favorite part is pancaking, fluffing, stretching, whatever you want to call it. I love to do it. I think it just really makes your braids look that much cooler, more defined, more just standout-ish. So I'm just doing that all up and down my braid. So here's what my braid looks like from the front, and then I'm going to turn around and show you guys what it looks like from the back. Super cute. I love this braid. On to the 4th Dutch braid. So we're moving towards the back of the head. So I really like this one, but it is going to take some practice because this is a different angle. So make sure you master doing it in the front of your head, because once you get to the back of your head, unless you have a mirror in front of you and a mirror behind you, then you're not gonna be able to see what you're doing. But yeah, you just do this one the same exact way. I like doing this one in the back of my head because I can take larger sections, which makes it easier in my opinion to do a Dutch braid. So like the other ones, you're just adding in hair to each outside strand and crossing it underneath the middle strand. Super simple. Once you run out of hair to add in to the sides, then you just want to do a regular 3-strand braid. Alright, so now I'm just fluffing out, pancaking my braid, making it bigger. I'm bobby pinning it more towards my head. And then I'm getting up to see what the hell it even looks like, hoping it looks okay, which it did, which I was thankful for. And yeah, I really like this one. I love how it turned out. It's super cute, very nice to wear in the summer when it's hot and humid. Okay, on to Dutch braid number 5. Yep, 5. So I'm going to part my hair down the middle, even though I don't like to, because I think I look like the Hanson brothers. Don't you agree? Mbop, yep. That's me. So I'm just going to start out by doing a Dutch braid on both sides of my head. Gotta make the part perfect though first. So when I'm doing Dutch braids on the side of my head, I always start out small and then I gather bigger sections as I'm going further down my head. So with these Dutch braids, I'm just going to go towards the back of my head, but not all the way back, just enough so I can bobby pin it and have hair covering the bobby pin. So stopping point, I just bobby pin it into place. I think I used 2 bobby pins here. And like I said, just enough so I can cover it. And I really like these Dutch braids because they're not too time consuming like some Dutch braid hairstyles can be. You know, they're short, but they're cute and they look really stylish. Add some more curls than I have, and you can make it more of like a formal hairstyle maybe. And let me point out that I can braid one side much better than I can braid the other. I don't know if you can tell here which is my bad side, which is my good side. I'll let you figure it out, but that is the hairstyle and I love how it turned out. Alright, braid number 7 is our upside down Dutch braid. This one is very hard to do. This is an expert level. Do not try it first time ever trying to do a Dutch braid because you will get so frustrated. This one is very hard and took me the longest time to do. So definitely save this one for last, but do try it because the end result is just amazing. So what is tricky about this braid is that when you're adding in hair to your outside strands and crossing them underneath the middle strands, because your hair is pretty long, or well, mine's long, it can get tangled, so you kind of have to smooth it out before you're crossing the strands underneath the middle strand. Now if you have short hair, this is going to be your style. This is your hairstyle right here because it is so much easier to do on short hair than it is my hair excuse me, or any longer type of hair. So just keep that in mind. Also keep in mind, starting out the upside down Dutch braid is a lot harder than once you get towards the top like I am. It gets so much easier as you work your hair way up because your I can't talk, I'm getting winded, because your Dutch braid strands are thicker. So once you get towards the top, then you just want to tie it off into a clear elastic and then gather the rest of the hair up into a ponytail so you can do your messy bun. And for my messy bun, I'm just going to do an easy messy bun. I'm going to gather all my hair and literally just wrap it around itself. And then I'm going to take a clear elastic, take a hair tie, clear elastics are horrible, and just wrap it around the top. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like from the back. And I do go in and I stretch out this one. This one definitely needs it, so make sure you do it. And here it is. This one is so adorable. Alright, so next braid. I don't even know which one we're on. But we're going to do a Dutch braid and we're going to do it into a half up bun. So I parted my hair on each side a little bit, well, kind of like right where the top of my middle eyebrow is. That's where my part is on each side. And I'm just doing a Dutch braid all the way back. So with this Dutch braid, you just want to make sure you're crossing under small sections of hair all the way back. So make sure they're all even. That way this hairstyle, this braid doesn't look all funky. But yeah, we're just going to do this all the way back. Alright, then for the bun part, I'm just taking the bun and wrapping it around itself and then just bobby pinning it into place. Not doing anything special, just kind of fanning it out, fanning the braid out, and that's it. I love how this looks for every day. It is way cute. Braid number 8, finally, hallelujah. This video took forever. Within this whole time frame of this video, I fed Knox and he took a nap and he woke up from his nap. So that is how long it took. So for our last braid, we are doing a little updo. So doing our regular Dutch braid like we always do, adding in hair to the outside strands, crossing them underneath the middle. And we're doing that all the way back, probably, I think to our ear. To our ear. So once you get to your ear, you want to stop adding in hair. Then you just want to do a regular 3-strand braid all the way down, like I'm doing. So I'm doing a little bit of pancaking now. I don't know why, but I'm going to do the rest later. So you can do it now or you can do it later. But I'm just going to take a little clip and then clip off the end because we're going to do something with it. Then I'm going to take the rest of my hair and I'm going to turn around so I can show you. And I'm just going to do a messy bun, quick messy bun, nothing special. So I'm going to take my hair and I'm going to gather it all together, and to do the messy bun I'm just going to create a little loop. I'm not going to pull my hair all the way through, so a little loop. Take the rest of the hair that's sticking out, twist it, wrap it around the bun, and then I'm going to tuck that excess hair into that hair elastic, and then just kind of fluff everything out, kind of stretch it out. Not too much though. Then I'm going to remove that clip and then wrap the rest of the hair around that bun. So wrap that braid around the bun and then bobby pin it into place. And then I'm going through and I'm just pancaking, fluffing out the braid all the way around and pulling out hair in the front and kind of messing it up a little bit, making it a little looser. And then this is what this little Dutch braid into a messy bun updo looks like. Turned out so cute. You can see one little bobby pin at the top, but just ignore that. But this is what it looks like. I love how it turned out. This would be just pretty for just about any type of occasion. Add some curls to it, make it really formal, and you've got yourself a beautiful hairstyle.
Okay guys, so that is it. Those are my Dutch braid hairstyles. I probably could have thought of more, but honestly I felt like my hair was like breaking and damaging, so I had to stop. It's been a while since I've like braided like that, so hopefully my hair is okay. But I hope that gave you some style ideas. I hope you'll give them a try. Let me know what other type of videos you want to see. Do you want to see makeup? Do you want to see more messy buns, more updos? Do you want to see different braids? I want to do what you guys suggest, so please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, and we will see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys. Knox, say bye. Say bye-bye. Bye. Mwah. Mwah. Bye.